Hey, Virgo seekers. The unbearable ease of our existence. Think about it. I mean, I know you think about it, not actively, every now and then. The sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, oxygen, our bodies, elements, feelings, thoughts, having to go to the restroom, like food, drink. It's all so complicated and we have no idea where the heck it came from. I mean, we have our theories, yes, but we don't really know, right? And it's just all there. It's just all there existing. Being like, it's dope. It's easy. I just am. I just here. And you're like, yeah, okay, but how? How is golden ratio? How is math? How is digestive system? How is animals? How is humans? How is gods? How is grass? How is nails? And it all is like, well, I just am. And I envy that. And I can't fathom that. Still not enlightened enough, I guess. I don't understand. I mean, I'm in awe, right? You too. You know you're in awe of all of this. But you're also like, they're telling you that you complicate things, that you overthink things, that you see all the details and, you know, the trees instead of the forest. But you're like, but how can I not? I mean, think about it. Yes, this existence is insane and crazy and wow, but like, and we should just accept it because it's beyond us. But how can I want to understand. If you're a cross watcher, welcome to the mind of a Virgo. That includes Virgo moon and Virgo rising. Especially, you know what? Virgo rising, especially, and moon. It's like analyzing this infinite reality and trying to come to terms with the fact that even one day when we'll be certain that we understand, we still probably won't fully understand, right? And then within all that, relationships, love, pain, yearning, desire, fear, all of these things. I'm just saying what we know, and yet it's so unfathomable. And the Pisces across from you is trying to tell you, there's no point. Don't try to understand it. Just merge into it. Just be one with it. Just accept it. And you're like, bitch, I need to know. I mean, I accept it. Cool, but I need to know. And it's like when they tell you to just let go and let it be, and you know, it will all be clear when the time is right. You know, divine timing. Just let it go, Virgo. Let it be. Accept. Surrender. And you're like, I understand. I'm not, you know. And here comes April. Aries season. Not here nor there. It's quincunx you. You don't see it, you don't understand it. What? I mean, yes, there's more to it, but I'll get to the tarot. Aries season is not Pisces, it's after Pisces season. It's not trying to tell you to surrender and let it be. It's not, you know, Taurus season that really understands you and wants to figure out the equations of nature just as much as you do. It is nature. It wants to understand itself, right? No, it's somewhere in the middle. It's Aries season where you can't be, you're not enabled by Taurus to keep doing that. And when I say enabled, I mean in a good way. You're not cooperated by Taurus to do that. You're also not resistant. You're not experiencing resistance from Pisces season to just let it go and let it be and stop and surrender and don't try to understand everything. No. Aries season tells you neither of those. Aries season is cardinal fire. It tells you to do. You don't need to surrender, and you don't need to understand. You don't need to surrender, and you don't need to win. What you need to do is just follow your instincts and do as you go. Hold on. I'm doing as I'm going. It's easy to think that I don't know how to smoke, which is funny because I've been smoking since I was like, 15, 16, I don't know. On and off, sporadically, but still. I just have this naive look to me. Whatever. Sometimes when we are wobbly between two choices, it's all about the third path. The road less traveled by. That little trail that you didn't even know existed. Instead of Aries season being a blind spot for you, this is fucking ridiculous. Because when you roll tobacco, you have to constantly smoke it or it turns off. It doesn't have the burning substance that is super toxic in regular cigarettes, which is a good thing, but then you can't really talk a lot without constantly lighting it back up. You take the good with the bad. You take the bad with the good, I meant. What was I saying? Oh, April is that trail that you didn't know existed that you can take. And even though it's new and unknown to you, Pisces, cosmos, everything is, and we just need to surrender to it and be one with it. It's not exactly that, but it's also not a complete answer, because it's not exactly that, the Pisces energy, because it is a clear trail. Maybe it's paved, maybe it's easy to walk on, maybe it feels safe, maybe it's great weather. And it's also not a complete known, because you don't exactly know where it's leading you to. And it is somewhat of a surprise that you surrender to. I think this coming month will be surprisingly awesome. You'll experience a relief with still not knowing everything, with still not having all the answers, but you'll feel better. You'll be strolling around, looking at the view, enjoying exploring. Safe exploration. That's exciting. Let's look at the tarot. I'm filming like this, not horizontal. I forget the word. My English is not my native tongue, so forgive me. If you're new, then Hey, anyway, my name is Morgainne. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess. Let's look at the tarot. If it's important, it will come back. Virgo. Sun, moon, rising, stallion, Venus, crossfire, whatever. What's going on in April, please? For my beautiful Virgos, my seekers, my seers, my existential shifters, the muggles that stumbled in are like, where am I? What is this? Tarot? What is that? Is she talking about my life by looking at cards? Paper cards? Yes. Everything is linked. Everything is connected. It's not the card itself that gives the answers. The answers exist. It's just a tool, a bridge, a language that I can understand and read. Anyway, if you're in shock and don't understand what happened and how you press play on this, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Maybe this is the trail, right? You and me right here. The third path, the integrated path. Best of both worlds. Or none. Something completely new. I don't know how it will play out for you. April for Virgo, please. Oh, okay. Page of Pentacles. You're like, I still want to understand this. What's going on? I want all the information. I want all the details. I want a map. King of Wands. And the King of Wands is like, King of Wands is Aries season. It's like cardinal fire. Don't understand, act. Don't overanalyze. Don't overthink. You can't have all the answers. But also don't just surrender and let it be and let it come to you. You're a co-creator. Sometimes you wait, sometimes you move. That's the wisdom of life, the true wisdom of life. The third path, you know? King of Wands goes after things, the world. Closes up cycles that need to end and doesn't let them linger forever. Opens up new cycles that it's time for them to start and doesn't analysis paralysis the shit out of them and let them fade, fester. This is major. This is a bridge. This world card here, in reference to the next month, it's a bridge. May is going to be a whole new world, aka Taurus season. We have Taurus here. We have all the fixed signs in the world card. That's why I'm saying this. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. Okay? Earth, water, fire, air. And on that bridge, on that third trail that you'll be taking that will lead you to the next phase, a good and exciting and a positive one with the world card. It's a calm walk. It's okay. But here's the thing, you gotta walk. You gotta do the walk. You gotta take the turn. You gotta make that decision. Show us more, please, for Virgos, for April. Oh my God, tons of cards just fell. Hold on. Oh, hold on the dirt. Great. Gotta love it when everything falls on the dirt. Oh, now everything is upside down, reverse, and messy. Okay, it's okay. Things get messy, things get organized. The nature of things. And they get messy again. My nose itches. Show us more, please, for April. Six of Pentacles. You'll have a really big opportunity presented to you. The World card and Six of Pentacles. Now we're talking less amorphic and more a really great opportunity. Something to say yes to, but you will, or pursue, but you will have to show up for it. It's like, hey Virgo, here's this great job opportunity, or here's this great partner, here's this wonderful thing, but then you got to do the work. Six of Pentacles, when you don't do the work, it's like an opportunity, fortunate one, but if you then take it for granted, it phases out. That's literally the meaning of Six of Pentacles. Seemingly it's going to fall on your lap, but not really. It's something that you've, at least energetically, if not with actions, have earned. It fits you like a glove. To possibly bring a lot of abundance, a lot of success, a lot of luck, a lot of good stuff. Don't overthink it. Do, act. Accept. Go for it. Say yes. All the things that are relevant. Wow. Empress. The abundance on the table is exquisite. And Six of Pentacles and the Empress are both another Taurian cards. So I feel like you're either dealing with a Taurus person, or this literally speaks of something that you were presented with in April and will start having a life truly in Taurus season, aka end of April into May. And this is very grounded, this is very abundant, the Empress and the World and Six of Pentacles. So this is a lasting thing, a long-term thing. The Empress is the divine feminine. It's the anima mundi, it's the great mother, it's the goddess. It's an energy that is very giving but balanced. There's a balanced giving and receiving. You know, think of the cycles of nature. In order for something to grow, something needs to be planted, and then it needs to be watered and nourished, and then it feeds you in turn. You give it a little bit of water, a little bit of sun, a little bit of love, and it just feeds you. Grows into a marvelous apple tree, whatever. Tell us more about this Empress energy. The World and the Empress, that is a lot of success. Like an all-encompassing, wow. Chariot, just cards of victory and success and movement. Chariot is a card where energies, as they do in life, will possibly pull you in different directions, but you will have to take the reins and guide it and lead it to the direction you want it to go to. You're the driver. You need to understand, Virgos, you are the driver of this. You got to take it by the wheel. Or use your legs and walk that path and actively make decisions and pursue them. This could be a really, really big opportunity or a dream person, right? It will play out differently. It could be both, hopefully. Amen. But it will I feel like I'm reiterating because I want to emphasize how important it is. It will require you to be active. Ooh, I almost forgot. Look, I have a lighter with Virgo. It's a Virgo lighter. I didn't plan this. So awesome. Serendipity. Oh no. Last sip of my chai. This could be a home decoration, a home move, building a home, purchasing a land, traveling to visit a land, considering building something lasting for the future. Maybe, you know, after you walk that trail, you take a corner and you find the most beautiful piece of land, and you're like, this is where I want to sit, you know? Or this beautiful person, like, this is who I want to be with. Or this amazing job opportunity, and you're like, this is what I want to do, you know? It's something, and it's seen, it's public, I'm picking up. So the acknowledgement of it will be something that will be seen and shown. You might be receiving a promotion, an offer. Oh my gosh. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and Four of Cups. Listen, the amount of blessings on this table are scary, even to me looking at it. So the Four of Cups is very natural. You'll start looking for what's wrong with it. What's the catch? Where can things go wrong? It's going to feel so lucky and so blessed. You'll be like, what is happening? You're not used to it because you're used to having to work hard for everything. Things starting to look really great, but then they crumble or something happens. But this will have a momentum, a continuum. It looks like it's blessed by spirit, by your own higher self, approves it. But your little avatar with the fears and the doubts and the insecurities and the past failures will be like, no, something must be off. Something must go wrong. It can't be right. It can't be true. You're looking for the other shoe to drop, for the, you know, the person to unveil their true face beneath that perfection. Like all of this. And the world and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, like the world, presents all the four fixed signs. It's like something very steady. It's very, very lasting, and it has a lot of healing aspect to it. It's going to be something that you didn't even know is possible for you, that maybe when you were a child it was obvious to you that this dream can come true and this true love can happen for you, and all these things. But then as you grew up and became an adult and things didn't always work out, and you've experienced heartache and failure and all the jazz, you lost faith. And I get it. But this is, you know, the movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, where Sandra Bullock as a kid writes down her perfect man, her perfect love, and she writes down the weirdest description that couldn't possibly be true, and she grows up and she marries someone else, and then life happens. I'm not going to ruin the movie in case you haven't seen it, but it ends with that person. But then she meets a new guy, and that guy is exactly like she described in the note. For example, he'll carry a star. What kind of human being can carry a star? But then he's a cop, so he has like a star, you know, like his you know, the cop star. There's a name for it. I'm sorry, I forget, but something like that. It's like little things that this person will do and say that will resemble your dream person that you've dreamt of growing up, and you're like, whoa, that's such an interesting creative way for it to manifest. Okay. 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. When things start looking really well and build up and you feel on your horse victorious and you experience win after win, positivity after positivity, cooperation after cooperation, then you know what it's like when you have a day that is super busy, super hectic, and you're on it, right? And you have to do all the things, and you're upbeat, and you're positive, and you're active, and you do everything, and you don't take a moment to recognize or even realize how tired you are. And only when you get back home to your bed after you've done everything, you crash, you realize how tired you were. You didn't even allow yourself to recognize that you're tired because you had so many things to do. So it's kind of like that. You've gone through such a difficult time and so many disappointments and heartaches. 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups even. And you lost faith in yourself and you lost faith in life. And suddenly all this happiness and all this success and all this goodness and all this love comes to you and happens, it just is. And then you realize, and then it's like your system feels safe enough to crash, to realize how much in pain you were. And then you might experience all this heartache and collapse, emotional collapse. And that's okay because you're in a safe space. But don't let it take over. Just understand that this sadness that will come up, that this disappointment that will come up, that this pain that will come up, it's not because you're foreseeing the crumble of the goodness that you're experiencing throughout the next month. It's more so the purge of all the pain that you couldn't afford to feel because you had to be on the go and on top of it, right? You couldn't let yourself break down. You couldn't let yourself just feel it. But now where your psyche and your spirit will start feeling really safe and really good, and everything will just look great. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles, like the happily ever after, perfection, everything, literally everything. It's the tree of life, speaking of a grand tree of apples, you know. This is generational wealth. This is generational love. This is grandparents and children and their children and their children, and the pets and the castle and the happiness and the safety. It's like all of it. It's all the package. Like, this is incredible. This is an incredible reading. I want to rearrange. We have 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 6s. Ooh. 2 10s. 2 court cards, Page of Pentacles and King of Wands, and then the major arcanas. Ooh. We have the World, the Empress, Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. Exceptional success. If you're new, guys, if you've been a long-term seeker, please write down in the comments for the newbies that I'm not like a sugar-coating reader, that I don't just read, you know, I don't just say things that sound good. I'm literally reading the cards. Okay, there's alignment, there's a build-up for the future, there's community, there's an ending of a painful cycle and a beginning of a new, very abundant one. I think Cancer had something similar, and Leo's had something very similar. So I'm really happy to see this, that it's just the energy for a lot of signs right now. It's just, you know, maybe it's Pluto moving into Aquarius, maybe it's Saturn moving out of Aquarius and into Pisces, and just breathing in all this newness, all this new energy, all this hope, all this blessed change that we've been looking forward to. We had to build. It was so challenging, but you know, reward is also a natural part of the process of life, not just hardship and building and collapse. It's like sometimes you just win the lottery, sometimes you meet the love of your life, sometimes you get the opportunity of a lifetime, sometimes you experience good karma, and sometimes because you made that choice, that leap of faith, to take that third trail, to say yes, to reach out, to invite, to accept, to try. You know the song by Pink, Try? Listen to that song. I feel like it's really relevant. Just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try, try, try. And then when you do and it works, the magic. The rejuvenation that it brings with. I'm so pleasantly happy and surprised with this reading for you guys, Virgo. Blessed be. Amen. Claim it. 7 days free trial over on Patreon. 7 days for free. Link is below. Check it out. If this reading has helped you, inspired you, entertained you, and you feel the desire to reciprocate, you can purchase it in retrospect. Link is below to do so. Everything is in the description box. And thank you in advance if you choose to do so. That's virtuous, and I highly appreciate that. More ways to support. Just if you're new, subscribe, like this video, share. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you. And it's looking good. And why don't we just take a moment to breathe? Because it's really quiet and calm around me right now, and I feel like that's the experience for you this month. So take it in, claim it, and enjoy it.